You creep. Does that just warm your soul, or is it just me? Like, that just looks so awesome. There's gonna be a house there soon. Check out this window. Okay, right here, centered, right?
Yes.
Here, I'll take it.
Okay.
I'm gonna show you upstairs. Okay, coming out of this room, same window. It is not centered on the wall. But let me show you another angle. If you come out here, it looks nice and normal. That's the window right there. So you're kind of torn. Where do you want it centered? Where would you want it centered, Kippy?
I'd just tear it down at this point.
So when you're looking down here, yeah, it's not centered. I'd really kind of want it centered on that wall. So I'm thinking if it was me, I'd see about possibly fudging over one window and the other to where they would be centered on this. I don't know, that opens up. That window goes into another room, so it's tricky. It is not easy and just one of those things that you might run into during a new build. All right, let me know in the comments. Rounded corners, these bullnose corners, or squared off corners. Which ones do you like? I like.
I know what I like.
Okay,
wait,
you're gonna say.
We have to say it on 3.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Bullnose. Well, that ain't gonna work, is it?
What is it?
A bone.
Unidentifiable.
Oh, dang, check this out. You know, this is a controversial subject. Putting in the cabinets before painting. The way I look at it is that these builders are just trying to keep everyone rolling all the time. So sometimes they can't line up the painters and the cabinet dudes all at the same time. So whenever I post a video about the cabinets being in first, a lot of people in the comments get pretty pissy because they're like, that is not the way. You want to get all your painting done first and then put in the cabinet so there's no risk of it getting painted. But I mean, these guys do this every day and it works for them. Ideally, I think you try to get the painting done first, but it doesn't always work out that way.
I love all the trim work in here. This is so impressive for a home that's not custom.
Look, most people don't know, but your interior doors are cheap turd sandwiches. They're hollow core. So inside of them is like one little piece of styrofoam and they're completely hollow. And that becomes an issue, not really an issue, but when you go to put like interior insulation because you want your room deadened where the sound can't enter or leave the bedroom, a lot of people don't think about the interior doors. Since they're hollow core, you'll hear everything pass right through them. So that's where you'd want to spend the extra cheddar and get you a solid core door, like solid wood. Okay, this is the move with a fireplace. Inside, you go with your gas, because it's just cleaner burning and you don't have to worry about the smoke and all that. But outside is where you go wood burning, and then that's where you can have the crackling of the fire. That's definitely what we're gonna do at our next place. Do you agree?
I agree. As long as the interior is vented gas.
Yeah, vented for sure. Look how cold Kitty is.
I know, I feel like I haven't warmed up from this morning.
She's all, if you see the camera shaking, that's what it's from.
I know.
If you look right here, this is obviously closet, but on the back side is the tub. So if the tub faucet is on this wall, oh, it's the toilet. But let's just imagine, right? Let's just imagine if the faucet was on this wall, you could put in a plumbing access panel, which is just a hole cut out in the wall, and then you can open it and reach your hand in there and mess with anything. You can make sure there's no leaks. You honestly could, just to look down the wall, there might be some framing in the way, but you get the idea. What are those creeps doing?
Ooh.
They see.
Yeah, I like it. I like the flooring color a lot.
This is nice. This is a cool little house. Price, $589,000. So 600, 589, you could probably get it for, I'll give you 420.
Okay, look what they did with the window, Dennis.
Oh.
But do you know the difference from this house and the other house?
What's the difference?
Is this bump out. The other house did not have a bump out for the landing. The stairs just came all the way down. But right here, there's a landing, so it looks better. It makes more sense in this house.
Oh man, that's a good comparison.
Okay.
So they could technically, I'll have to look at the video again, but technically they could just do a bump out and then that would make that one look centered.
You know, this beautiful house, and they had to go and ruin it with that.
Budget was
What
tight.
the hell?
She's good. Don't worry. She just needs a little bending. There we go. Good to go. Can hardly even tell.
Okay, wait. Look at what they did with the trim here.
Did they fix it?
I just don't like the turning of the corner stuff.
I mean, maybe a trim guy is going to come in the comments and he's just going to be like, you guys are smoking crack. That's how you're supposed to do it. Everyone knows you turn the corner no matter what. You know what it is? You want to turn the corner here so that you can rest your cigarette. That doesn't make any sense. I just wanted to say it.
I know.
Oh, dang. This is a freaking, holy crap.
Whoa.
Look how big.
Wait, we've been in here.
We've been in a similar one. It might have been the same one. Yeah, I think you're right.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, you're right. I think I have a video standing right there.
I'm telling you.
Looking at that
we've been
fireplace.
in this house.
Yep, you're right. Dang.
This is really nice.
You love barn doors.
I hate barn doors. And we've got 2 back scrapers. Isn't that what you call them?
Yes.
Take us into the attic, Dad.
I don't have any shoes on, but if you look in here, you can see, so the roof angles down. So on a lot of these houses, they'll just have a little access here for storage, which is great. But if you have this option in your house, get the tallest door humanly possible, because back scraper, like Kippy said, it just sucks going in there. Here's another one on this side. I definitely would want access to the storage like this. I just wouldn't want the small little bitty door. A bear rug. Could you imagine me butt naked like this?
Oh, yeah. Yum.
On a bear. Yum. So a lot of the houses here, they build these crazy big, you know, lots of square footage. And that's what sells these houses, is people come in here and they're like, oh my God, look at all this room. The quality isn't like as great as you would see on like a custom build. So there's pros and cons when you have a house this big. Is I almost always know it's going to be built a little bit cheaper than what you'd find on a more custom build, but still looks nice. It always looks nice.
Yeah, if you notice, all the fancy finishes are always in the kitchen and the primary bedroom, because that's always what sells these kinds of houses. Do it again.
No, there's paper in there. I'll start it up. Light a fire.
Wouldn't that be exciting?
Couple burns down neighborhood, newly built neighborhood.
No, they'd say builder brigade burns down the neighborhood.
So look, you know how I always say put blocking behind the wall? My son was probably, how old do you think he was? Probably 8.
8, yeah.
So he's in the bathroom taking a shower, and all of a sudden me and Kippy hear this crash. So we go running in there, we're like, what happened? Are you okay? And he's grasping this on the floor, and the pole is bent like at an angle, and he's just crying. And I immediately knew he grabbed this and tried to do like a pull-up. So needless to say, if there was blocking there, the pole still would have been screwed, but at least it wouldn't have ripped these out of the wall. And that's what kind of got me thinking in terms of putting blocking, because there's so many instances where things like that are coming out of the wall.
So I would just like the single.
Really?
Yes.
Like this?
Yes.
I would rather none.
Well, it gives it some interest, especially if you don't have screens.
Yeah.
Like, okay, look at this house through there. They have the single grid. See, that looks pretty good.
Yeah, only at the top?
Yeah.
You would only want it at the top?
No, I would want it at the bottom too. I'm just saying. I like the single.
What do you think the most popular one is?
Probably the single.
I'd say that one across the street probably is
the one directly across
popular
from us?
one, yeah. Look, that one's at final grade. They're about to get some sod.
I don't know. That just looks so 1990s to me.
You're 90s.
That's just me. I'm 80s.
You're 80. You're a crusty old 80. This is a $600,000 house in Georgia. I don't know why I keep trying to take my shoes off. Wow, this is cool.
I love the color of the cabinets.
What if I heard like a bunch of... It's like, my screwdriver's
Builder
down
Brigade
there.
did it. Should we?
Live here? No. Okay, do you think they did it?
Did what? OMG.
They did. But check this out. Oh, they did. So there's a 2x6 wall back here. It has a deeper recessed dryer vent. If you have a 2x4, you have to get a like smaller one, which means the vent pipe ends up getting a little bit squished. Not a huge deal. It's still better than nothing, but something to think about. Go with the 2x6 wall, man. Tray ceiling.
Your
I
fave?
like the tray ceiling.
Yeah.
Barn door, your fave. Dude, this is a nice little build, man.
Yeah.
Not little, it's pretty big.
Oh, they went all the way up to the ceiling.
Yup.
Wow, this is an amazing size closet.
All right.
Yes.
And some light.
What's that?
Oh my God. It's an alarm system.
That's pretty cool. I've
That
never
is.
seen one in the closet before. What color paint, Dad?
It's clear.
Okay.
You're all calling me dad. Everyone's like, who's dad? She calls me that around our daughter.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. They tiled around the fiberglass. That looks good. I like that. It's a weird shower hook, but it works, I guess.
Look at that. Look at those light fixtures. I like them. Those are cool.
Really?
Yeah, they're pretty neat.
Yeah. I mean, I disagree with you. I say,
I
I
think
didn't
they
say I
need to be
disagree. I
washed.
said, I just agree. I know it sounded like
Yeah.
I said disagree, but I just agree with you.
First thing I noticed is no carpet. They definitely upgraded this house.
Yeah, they're just going to have
A
carpet
bit.
in the bedrooms, which
Yeah.
is pretty standard for a lot of people. We don't like carpet anywhere, but what would you put in there?
Drugs.
Yeah.
Okay,
Heyo.
now this is where it's at. Full-size attic door.
Look, check this. It's like
Here.
it's like at McDonald's when you have the ball pit. You just fall.
So now why wouldn't they put flooring over all that?
You probably could ask for it as long as it was insulated,
Yeah.
but I'm sure this is too. So here's something that people don't realize: when you have the blown-in insulation, you have to feel for like where the floor joist is, because as you can see, you can't really see it here with the insulation. So you got to kind of feel like our house. You can see where all my footsteps are, where I've made it across the entire house, because it looks like that. So that is kind of a bummer. And what's nice, if you have the ability to ask this of your framers or your builder, is to just get a little catwalk so that you have some place to walk when it's all blown in like this. Do you hear that dog?
I do. The value of this house just dropped
Yep.
50 grand.
A little freaking ankle biter. They put up this cardboard so that when they were doing the blown-in insulation, that's where it stops. And then on top, you could actually come up through here with this access. But me personally, I would have preferred, if you look back over here, to have a ladder just bolted to these studs right here. And then you can just climb it up that way. That's how we have it at our house. I just made our own little like DIY ladder because, dude, those things suck. So I think we finished on a good note. We were walking through this $600,000 house. The quality seems very good compared to what we're used to seeing. So all in all, a pretty good day. Hey, if you like these videos and you want to see the next walkthrough that we do, we're shooting for next week, fingers crossed. Make sure you subscribe so you're notified when that happens. And at a bare minimum, don't be stingy, like the video.